I think it's reinvigorated that whole genre, that spy thriller genre. It really took us almost by surprise that the second one was going to be even better than the first one, because it's a tough thing to top. The third one now, surely an Empire Award is, you know, funding in the bank.
Yeah, well, the good news on that front is that Paul wants to do it, and you know, which is great because he did such a good job with the second one. I mean, it's all you know, it's a director's medium, so it's all about that, and you know, we just lucked out with him, and he wants to do it. So I think they're gonna, you know, if you have any ideas for a script, please send it to Universal. Because we've gone so far afield from the books. I mean, Ludlam wrote it as a trilogy, but we really kind of ignored that plot because it was very kind of Cold War, and so in you know, the updating process, we kind of threw out most of what he had. So we're kind of on our own to find a third one. So.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's called The Bourne Ultimatum is the third one, and I feel like I've given ultimatums in both the first two movies. Now I really mean it, you know.
Well, yeah, you're the one with the screenwriting Oscar, so what are your ideas on where to take it?
I am all out of ideas. I gave them all up for the first two. So.
Lady in the third row.
Hi, Matt.
The first one, I was very, I kind of ran my mouth off a lot about about sequels and the danger of sequels, and that I wouldn't do a sequel unless it had a chance to be better than the first one. And, because sequels in general in Hollywood, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine. They just tend to be really cynically made. You know, they'll give you 20% more budget. You know, you have 5 big action set pieces. You can kind of set your watch to the next explosion, and they're really crap. You know, and they're just really, in a way, fleecing, you know, a moviegoer because you know, they had goodwill towards the first movie, so you fleece them for the ticket price on the second one. And so I really didn't want to do it unless we could make a movie that was as good or better. You know, and I said that a lot. So had the movie come out and really sucked, that would have been a big trouble.
And do you feel the urge of exploring the character more? Do you feel there's a lot of backstory to him that you'd like to tell?
Yeah, there is. I mean, you know, we could go anywhere. There's a lot, you know. There's a lot that we could do. But again, I don't think Paul or I want to do it until we can kind of guarantee that, you know, in our own minds, as we set out, like to shoot it, that it's got a chance to be, you know, a deserving member of that trilogy.
Anita.
Matt, can we ask you about Brothers Grimm?
Yeah, sure.
You're playing the womanizing side, and Terry said it was quite interesting to give you wrong casting.
Yeah, between me and Heath. Yeah, not to call Heath a womanizer, but yeah, it was, you know, Heath and I kind of swapped roles at the last minute, and it made it a lot more fun for us going to work, because we you know, got to stretch a little bit more. Yeah, plus it's a pretty big stretch to try to be a you know, outdo Heath Ledger. He's a pretty handsome fellow, so. Yeah.
Question from Anita. Michael, I'm sorry. Question from Anita.
Which actors did you admire when you were growing up?
Brando. Well, Brando is always the one that is, you know, beyond anything, beyond anybody, and still, you know, you can learn a lot if you're an actor by going back and watching his movies occasionally, because you see new stuff. And it also reminds you of movie making. You can get in a lot of bad habits, and you know, it's a good reminder to go back and you know, have that as kind of the bar, and you know, and at least be aiming at that, even if you don't reach it.
Matt, have you seen Team America?
Yeah.
What do you think of your portrayal?
I liked it. I thought it was. I mean, I heard an interview in which they, like before the movie came out, so I was kind of pre-warned, and I know those guys, so you know, you can always count on, you know, your friend who's a comedian to throw you under the bus for a joke. So, but they from what I heard in this interview, they said that the puppet that was supposed to be me showed up, and he, as they said, he looked kind of retarded, and they didn't have time to change him. And so they just decided to make the character that way. So, and they couldn't think of what I should say anyway. So I guess I just went around saying Mad Damon. But I went. I bought a ticket. I laughed.
You're about to start work with a living legend, Martin Scorsese, on The Departed. What can you tell us about that? That must be incredibly exciting.
It's really, really exciting. The script is great. It's this guy named Bill Monahan. He's one of the best writers around actually right now. And I just met with him a couple days ago. I've already been up in Boston working with the state police up there, and you know, going on raids of houses and things like that, fun stuff. stuff, and it's coming together. It should be good. It's ours to lose at this point. Like when you make a movie, if you feel good about the script, kind of heading out of the gate, then it's pretty much yours to screw up. So it should be a good movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to close the questions
It's
there.
based on Infernal Affairs, yeah, that Hong Kong.
Matt Damon,
Yeah,
thank you very
yeah,
much.
yeah. But this is very different. It's really specific to Boston, so. But the same.